Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII. My name is Sidrelli. In the last video, we returned the crystal ball to Calderasha and found out where Dalmagus, the evil jester, is headed to next. He decided to go through the southern checkpoint, and so we have to chase after him and head off to Alexandria, the next city in the game. As far as I know, there's nothing really left to do here. We've already gone through all the stores. I've gotten all the best equipment I can get as of right now. So, not much else to do except start heading off to the next city. And as of this video, I am going to start cutting stuff out now, like all the random battles and shit. Because, I don't know. Oh, what's this cutscene? I didn't know. I forgot about this.
So, what happened? Did you do what the young girl asked? Well? What? Dalmagus killed Master Rylus? The same Dalmagus we're looking for?
No, it's a different Dalmagus.
What fiend killed his own teacher? And you say he headed south? Then there's no time to lose. We must go after him at once.
At once?
Be on our way.
Alright. Now, not really much to do except just follow this road, because you'll eventually get there. You might get there quicker if you take like different paths or whatever, but whatever. I'll just leave this in. Slimes. I forgot to equip Genghis with his weapon. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna start cutting battles out, unless I'm like in the middle of saying something and the battle starts. Let's see here. Gotta re-equip Genghis with his giant mallet. Okay. That is the waterfall cave over there, I believe. Damn, not much talk. Oh, I know. I know what I can talk about. As I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted. So, actually, shit. I really wish I had the world map, because I believe I can just cut across right here. And I hope I'm not making a mistake by cutting across right here. But, this is something that, like, I can't believe I haven't done it yet. Like, I haven't really talked about the shit I go through at work. Fuck you, Bunnicorn. Oh, damn, I missed. So, I don't know if I actually, like, said exactly what it is I do, but basically, I call people and I do medical surveys. Like, somebody goes to the doctor, then the doctors give us the patient's phone number, we call and do a doctor-patient satisfaction survey. And some people, I swear, I knew this was a mistake. Damn it. Oh, well. But, some people, I swear to God, they get so pissed that you're calling them. And then, like, okay, like, take for example, this one guy called. I remember this one guy. I called him, it was a couple weeks ago. His name was Mark Wade. I don't know anything about him, I just know he was some older guy. So, I called him, and like there's doctor-patient confidentiality, so like we can't tell really any of the information, like the doctor's name or like what kind of doctor it is or anything, unless we're talking to the actual patient. Like, it doesn't matter if the person's like, oh, well, I have power of attorney. Well, we don't have proof of that power of attorney, so I can't tell that person anything. So I called this guy, Mark Wade. I said, may I please speak with Mark Wade? And the guy was like, yeah. I'm like, is this Mark Wade? He's like, didn't you just hear me? I said, yeah. I'm like, well, due to doctor-patient confidentiality, I can only give some of this information to the actual patient, and you didn't say you were him, so is this Mark Wade? And the dude just fucking went off on me. He's like, I don't gotta deal with this fucking bullshit, and then he hung up. Like, he got so pissed. And that's like almost exactly word for word what he said. Like, he said, I don't gotta deal with this bullshit, and then he hung up on me. This is the bridge we have to cross. And then, like, there's another, like, basically, after we finish a call, or like after the call is over, I should say, we have to disposition the call, which means we select like what it was, like if it was a completed survey, if the person like hung up in the middle of the call, or if they weren't available, or if nobody answered the phone or anything like that. And one of the dispositions we select is called spousal refusal. And this is pretty much, say we're calling for some guy, his wife answers, and then she refuses to let me talk to the guy. I have never once had a man refuse to let me talk to his wife about it, but I cannot tell you how many times that some lady has gone off on me because I wouldn't tell her any information about like her husband's doctor or whatever, and she refused to let me talk to her husband. It's never once happened the other way around, where like a guy refused. Like if it's the other way around, like I'm calling for some lady and her husband answers, and I'm like, doctor-patient confidentiality. He's like, oh, all right. And then if the lady's there, then like 95% of the time he'll give me the phone. And then if she's not there, then he'll just like, she's not here right now, just call back later. I'm like, all right, I'll call back later. So like that's what happens like almost every time. She just gives me the dude just like gives the phone to his wife or his girlfriend or whatever. But I swear to God, some women get so fucking pissed when you refuse to tell them. I don't understand why. But they will like refuse to let me talk to their husband or whatever. Like it doesn't even make any sense why they do that. Okay, slime earrings. Let's see. If I remember right, this increases like your accuracy or something like that. No, defense. How much? I didn't even see. By 4. So yeah, it's a nice little accessory that you'll find right there for a free pair of slime earrings. Yeah, there's some people who just like go off. It's ridiculous. And like how we do the calls is we have like campaigns, and each campaign is like for a different area. Like one of the campaigns we call for is a KU, I believe that's Kansas University. It's some hospital in Kansas, and we call for them. And like there's different ones, and there's one called TP, which is Temple Physicians. I don't know exactly where it is, but that's the one we've been doing mostly for the last week or so is Temple Physicians. And I don't know what it is with that one, but like one of the options for the dispositions is a language barrier. Like if we call somebody and they speak like Spanish or French or some other language, we just put language barrier. Now, what we're supposed to get like per hour, what our quota is 7 surveys per hour. Well, technically it's 7.5. That's what like apparently our like client whatever wants. But like my supervisor said, he said as a team we can get by with 7 an hour. And yes, it was yesterday. Yesterday, we were in Temple Physicians all day. And I swear to God, I don't know why, but I want to say approximately 90% of the calls, and I'm being completely serious, the great majority of the calls were people who spoke Spanish. They did not speak a word of English. So like I was getting like 5 or 6 surveys per hour and getting lucky to get that, and everybody was doing like terrible. Like there's some people who just like don't speak English, and then like if we try to call for somebody who's like a child, if like a child went to the doctor, they went and saw a pediatrician or something like that, then we do the survey with their parents. And how we do it is like there are some people who are just so stupid. Like okay, I'll be like, may I please speak to the parent or guardian of John Smith? Who goes there? It's the hero and the British bandits.
I can spot bandits a mile off.
Well, it is the British bandits.
Come on, Mash. Let's get 'em. Yes, sir, Bangers.
Yes, sir, Bangers.
Prepare to meet your maker.
See, Bangers is using Mash. Mash is using the cypress stick, but Bangers is actually using a sword. So yeah, we get to fight a bunch of children. Actually, I wonder what Psycho Fury beat these kids' ass.
What on earth are you
Oh, never mind.
rascals up to now? Stop it at once.
Where are your manners? That's no way to welcome travelers.
Ow!
Haha, get beat up by the old lady.
Didn't Miss Jessica ask you to run an errand for her? And here you are playing around.
I forgot.
You better run along before Jessica finds out.
Yikes!
I'm so sorry. They don't mean any harm. It's just that our village has been through a lot lately. Ask around for yourselves. You'll see.
I'll just take your word on it, old lady.
Mind. It's a lovely village, really. Make yourselves at home.
Alright, do I have control again to finish with my story of work? So, say I call, I'm like, may I please speak with the parent or guardian of John Smith? And then, like, some lady answers, she's like, who? And I'm like, okay, may I please speak with the parent or guardian of John Smith? And I'll, like, you'd think, like, oh, she just didn't hear me. But no, it happens, like, so many times where they'll be like, who are you calling for? I'm like, did you not just hear me? Like, some people are just ridiculous. And, then I'll be like, I'll tell them the name of the doctor if that's the actual parent, and then I'll be like, are you the person that usually goes with your child to this doctor? And they'll be like, I'm the parent. Okay. Does that mean you go with your child to this doctor? Like, they don't even really answer your question. And then, like, one of the questions is like, it's the second question. Like, how would you rate the comfort of the waiting room? And they'll be like, oh, it's fine, I didn't wait very long. Okay, that's not what I asked, but whatever. The next question is, like, how would you rate how long you had to wait in the waiting room? Like, they'll be like, didn't you just ask that? I'm like, no, I didn't just ask that. If you grew a fucking brain and listened to me, you would know that. Like, there's just some people, how stupid they are just completely blows my mind. I don't understand it. Like, I will say something, and I will repeat myself, like, 3 times, and they will just, like, refuse to understand, like, what I'm saying. Like, for example, okay, all the questions that I call that on the survey use a scale of 5 to 1. The final question is, like, a comment section, like, what would they suggest for improvement? And I can't tell you how many times it happened, where, like, and my final question is, what would you suggest for improvement? They're like, 5. You would suggest 5 for improvement? Really? That's a great. But no, they would be like, I'm like, it's an open-ended question. It doesn't take a number for an answer. They'll be like, oh, okay, 3. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you really this stupid? Like, there are people who literally do that, and I just don't understand it. It blows my mind how they can be that stupid. And, like, I'm sorry, but some people, like, there's some instances I can understand it. Like, some of the people we call for, they're, like, really old people. Like, I can understand if I'm calling, like, some 85-year-old lady and I gotta repeat myself several times before she understands. That's understandable. What isn't understandable at all is when I call, like, some, like, a 35-year-old woman and she does that, or then, like, when I call and then she just, like, does not understand the scale of 5 to 1, like, just pick a number between 5 and 1. 5's the best, 1 is the worst. It's not that hard. But some people, they'll be like, what's the scale? Like, on every single question, they'll ask what the scale is again. Even in the question, I say the scale. In every single question, before I ask the question, I have to say, with 5 being excellent and 1 being poor. And then I ask the question on every single one. And I'd be like, wait, what's the scale again? I'm like, are you kidding me? And then there are some people, because, like, we can only put down a number between 5 and 1. There's actually nothing in this wall. That's kind of surprising. Because, like, when somebody says good, it might be different than when another person just says good. So that's why we have to take a number. And I'll be like, I actually say that. I say that, like, when I start the survey. I'm like, I can only record a number between 5 and 1. And then I get to the first question, and they're like, the first question is, like, how would you rate the friendliness and helpfulness of the staff? And they'll be like, oh, they're excellent, or they're great. Really? That's not a number. Are you that stupid? And, like, I will have to repeat myself, like, 3 or 4 times that I can only record a number between 5 and 1 before it, like, penetrates their, whatever you want to call their excuse for a head. I swear to God, some people are just so stupid, and they get so angry when you call them. It blows my mind. So, that was my rant of what I do at work. I don't think that was really important at all to the story. And there's nothing in the inn. Actually, before, I want to see if I can get this scene to play. Let me see. The scene with King Trode. Damn it, it still didn't play. I'm not crazy. There is a scene. He's sitting in the back of the wagon thing, working on the alchemy pot. I don't know if I said whether or not that's what it was working on. If I didn't, then oops, spoiler. It's the alchemy pot. I don't think you can actually. Yes, you can. For some reason, I thought that you can't go into this house. I don't know why. Okay, what do you got in here? Nothing. And in here, there is also nothing. A chimera wing. That'll be useful. Go through the door. Oh my God. Okay, what are we up to? 16, about almost 17 minutes. Well, I got at least one battle cut out. Actually, we'll save this part for next time. So thank you guys for watching. Next time on Let's Play Dragon Quest VIII, we'll go into this huge-ass mansion, find out who it is this Jessica person is that's making bangers and mash, go and run errands, and hopefully find out something more about Dalmagus. See you guys then.